to our channel, Loving Handcrafts by BMW. So this is Brenda. So today I'm going to be bringing you a project. I'm just going to kind of start from scratch. I have nothing pre-made, but I wanted to do something for Valentine's Day for some of my coworkers. So I thought I'd walk you through the process in Design Space of what I was thinking. So I'm going to go to images first, and what I was looking for is some monogram hearts. So I just typed in monogram hearts, and then I was just looking at your choices, and I like this one, so I'm going to bookmark that one, but I'm going to add it to the canvas. And of course you could do other ones. This looks a little too much, but I kind of sort of like that one. Let's see if there's any others that I like. I kind of like that one as well. And the reason I'm picking the monogram with the heart with the split is because I'm going to be putting a name in this area here. You don't like that? I'll just keep looking because I'm looking for something simple, and this is going to be, and I don't really do a lot of these, but this is going to be a I kind of like that one, a heat transfer project on a small burlap bag. So I'm just looking to see what I like. Oh, that's kind of clever. Oh, I like that one. That's more stylistic. Let me bookmark that. That could be used for another project. I like that. Oh, I like that too. But you know, I'm looking for something really simple because I'm not the fan of weeding and using vinyl. So I look for things that are very simple. I kind of like this. Don't like that. I think I'm okay with my choice. But you can explore. And if you have Cricut access, then there's a lot more things available to you. And you, of course, you have other options to bring into Design Space you don't, that are free. So you don't necessarily have to use Cricut access. Okay, but I'm going to stick with this one. So not sure. I've got to go look and see how big my burlap bag is. It's kind of like a drawstring bag. But in the meantime, I'm okay with this design. I don't have to do much. I am going to be adding a name, so I'm going to pick on my mom and add her name to the mix. So I want to make sure it fits in here. And I'm going to make it a little bit bigger, just a tad. And then I'm going to make sure that whatever, and then I'm going to change the font. I'm going to select a different font, and then you can kind of roll through and try on different fonts. I kind of like that as soon as it comes over, but remember I'm weeding, but I like that. Let me think. I think I like this one. I want some fatter letters. Nope, don't. Keep going. Don't want a scripty letter because again I'm weeding. Okay, that's pretty fat, so I like that. That's right there. Okay, so I've got my main design. I've got my name. I've got some heat transfer vinyl. So the next thing that I'm going to do is take a look at my burlap bag. And I'm going to measure the bag. Just bear with me while I measure it real quick. It looks like it's 5 by 7. So I'm going to go grab a shape. I'm going to grab a square. And then since my bag is 5 by 7, I'm going to change the size. So I'm going to do the lock proportion. So it's 5 by 7. And I'm going to lock it back up at the top. Then I'm going to go to operations and change this to a guide. So now I'll bring that over so you can see that's going to be too big for my burlap bag. So I'm going to bring it in just ever so slightly. I think I'm going to bring it in just a little more. So I'm going to go to my layers panel, grab that heart, just bring it in so it's not touching the sides. Well, if it'll let me. There you go. Just so it's not touching the sides of that. Got a little bit of grace. Okay, that's perfectly fine. So the Linda is probably too big. Yeah, so we'll get to the Linda and just size that down. I'm going to go ahead and group these, align these center, just so I can see. Now, if I was doing this all one color, then I would change this layer and this layer, but I'm not. I'm going to do two colors, and I think I'm going to go ahead and change this to gold, because I kind of like that. You get red and gold. Okay, that works. Okay, that's the jam. That's what I'm doing. So when I go there, I have my Maker 3 on. You could use your Joy for this. Let me see, I don't know. Is it big enough? Yeah, you could use your Joy for this. You could use your Joy Extra, but I'm just going to do it on the Maker 3 since it's already pre-selected for me. And then I'm going to make it. I'm going to save it. Save. And what am I going to call it? Just heart bag. Heart treat bag. How about that? Okay. Alright, let's do that. And then let's see what happens. Okay, okay, so here we got a problem. See this? So let's cancel the cut. And then let's take the Linda and move her out. Well, I wanted to move the Linda out the way. I want to attach this. Okay, that's better. Okay, and then let's try it again. Okay, perfect. Since I'm going to be doing multiples of this, I'm going to, let me think about it. I'm going to cancel this for now. I'm going to hide Linda. And then I'm going to go back to make it. Or make. I'm so bad at saying that. And I'm going to change it to 12. And so I get two sheets because I'm making more than one. So then I'm going to do continue. Just waiting for it to connect. Okay, and then because I'm using heat transfer vinyl, I'm going to use everyday iron on as my setting, and this is new where it tells you it's going to automatically mirror your design, because when you place your material onto your mat, it's going to have to mirror it because it's going to be on the reverse side. So if you're using any type of HD heat transfer vinyl, then it's going to be on the shiny side, so it's going to be down. And then I'm going to make more pressure, and then I'm going to go ahead and send it to the printer. So I'm going to send you over to the printer, enjoy that, and then I'll bring you back on the other side of that for weeding. So I'm done printing. So now I'm here, I'm going to weed. I've left it on the mat so it'll make it a little bit easier to weed. And I'm just going to pull in the corner. And then I'll show you what I used after I finish weeding. I'm going to concentrate on this because you will need some iron-on vinyl. You're going to need something to weed with, and my weeding tool is well loved. You're going to need your standard grip mat, and you're going to need some heat transfer vinyl of your choice. And I just kind of wasted this. I'm okay. I should have did a weeding box. I'm okay with wasting this part. I'm not going to cry. I don't like to waste material, but I didn't think about it beforehand. But I could have cut this down a little. But that's my fault. Don't do what I do. Look at your material and cut down that. But it's not worth the trouble for me, because I'll end up cutting it too short, and then I'll have a problem where I cut it too short and then I don't have enough. So I just left it as is. Now I will say this, I'm not using Cricut vinyl, but I like heat transfer projects because they weed a lot easier than regular vinyl, at least for me. I don't have a problem weeding. Again, it's just personal preference. I'm much more of a paper crafter. Okay, but that came up really nicely. Okay, so that takes care of that. And I'm going to get rid of the refuse. Alright, and then, so let's talk, this is my bag. I've got like an assorted colors, because they're not all one colors, and this was the 5x7. That's my bag there. This is the heat transfer vinyl that I'm using. It's from Tech Wrap. I've got 30 assorted colors. Let me bring it up closer. So there's like 33 colors. So when you're placing this on your mat, when you saw me, this is the shiny side, and then when you place it on your mat, the shiny side is face down on your mat. But these are all the colors, and I've never used this product, so I'm interested to see what it's gonna look like. But I was happy to get 33 colors. That way I don't have to worry about it. And I can have some color choices. So I did that for the name and for this. So I'm going to finish walking you through this. I'm going to take this off my mat now. And then I'm going to cut up all these hearts. Whoops, I hit my camera. Okay. So I'm using my big scissors. And I'm just going to cut off this excess because I don't need it. Fold this on itself. And put my mat up. Okay. And then this is where I should have put some room in between the thing, but I think I got it. So what I'm going to do is start along this line because that's clearly I can see where to cut. And if I'm being cautious, I will just cut in between these two areas and not make a boo-boo. Oops, cut that close. Okay, I think I got it. Okay, good. Okay, cutting it close, but okay. And I'm going to cut off the excess at the bottom just a little bit. Put that out the way, and then I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. I'm going to just cut out one, and then I'll bring you back when I have them all cut out, because, you know, you watch one, kind of get the idea. So what I'm looking at is, okay, so it's 1, 2, 3. So, not to jack it up, 1, 2, 3. So I'm going to cut in between these hearts. That's why I said I should put a little bit of room. The design space. What is cut on here? Oh, design space wants to maximize your 1, 2, 3, maximize your material, but sometimes it doesn't know that the brain doesn't always work like that. Oh, don't cut that little heart out. Okay, I saved the day. All right, so the only thing I got to do next is I'm going to go weed the names, and you don't need to see me weed names. You just saw me do all these hearts. I will return once I finish weeding that. So I'm back. So I don't think I mentioned that you're going to need at least some kind of heat press. I'm going to use my mini for this one. I'm not doing a lot. So I'm just going to turn that on. And then I looked up the heat guide, and it's need to be on medium. I have my little pad here. I'm going to cover this just because I like to cover it with the silicone, not silicone, Teflon sheet here, or whatever this thing is called. And then I'm going to put my bag here, and I'm going to lay down the hearts first. This is my mom's favorite color, so I'm going to use the pink. I mean, not the pink, but the purple or lilac colored bag. Just going to kind of get that centered. I'm going to let this heat up for a minute because I'm going to do a little, just kind of rub it, preheat it a little. And then just to get the moisture out. And I think that looks good. So it's going to be a two-step process. So I'm going to do that. And then we'll let that heat up. Give it a few more minutes. I'm going to grab another Teflon sheet because I'm going to cover the heart a little. We'll see what happens. I'm so excited. Okay, it's done. Just to kind of protect the bag a little, just gonna do this. Go over it a little. Just to draw some of the moisture out, because they do say you need to preheat that. Okay, that looks good. A little hot to the touch. I'm gonna go ahead and light. Whoops, got some hair on that. Oh, it keeps. Hey, get out of there. You don't want anything to get in front. You could take a thing and a lint brush and lint it down, but I don't see anything on here. And I'm just gonna lay that there. Okay, looks good to me. I don't think I need that. And I'm just going to go back and forth till I didn't time it, but I'm just going to go back and forth. And I didn't see if it's going to be a hot peel or a cool peel, but I don't want it to, just want enough. I don't think I did that enough. Okay. Don't screw it up, Brenda. I don't do this enough. Let it cool down a little. Let it cool down a little. Let's give it a few minutes. Let's go back to the heat guide. Okay, I don't need any tape. Slowly cool touch, so it's going to be a cool thing. Okay, let's see how it does. I'm just going to ever so slightly, nope, a little bit more. Maybe I should have got my bigger press out, because I really want it to stick to the bag. This should work. That's why you test a little bit before you take it off. It's still kind of hot. I'm so impatient. And then this is what the Linda's going to look like on top of that. That's going to be really pretty. Still kind of cool. Okay, yeah, now it's coming up. Okay. Now it's coming up. Just take your time. I'm just going to roll it back. Just be ever so slightly. Because if you're taking your time and you're rolling it back, then if it does lift, then you can get it back down and won't ruin your image. Okay, then I'm going to take the Linda and put the Linda right in there. Okay, let's kind of sort of line it up. Looks pretty good. Like I said, Willie usually does this part for me, but I'm going to protect that, and then I'm just going to keep that in there. And I can kind of see the Linda in between the Teflon thing. It's kind of see-through, so I'm just really taking my time and just trying to stay right in that Linda area and just go back and forth. And I'm pressing down a little hard. It went up for that a little bit. I should have cut that a little better. Okay, there we go. Even though it's not exactly cooled down. Booyah! It's done! I'm so excited. I'm amused by the slightest of things. So yeah, that turned out really nicely. Not too bad. I'll bring it up. I'm okay with that. I'm not. I wouldn't necessarily have. I would have picked a different, like a pink or something, but that works. And then now I can fill it full of treats, and then she'll have a little treat bag, and it'll be nice. And then she can use it for other stuff. I am so excited. So if you like this project, or you're still excited about Valentine's Day and you needed some ideas, just then just consider this. So give me a like, a shout out, and subscribe, and help me get to my goal of 300 subscribers by the end of June, and it to at least 400 subscribers by the end of the year, possibly more. That's my goal, and I really appreciate your support, and I will talk to you later. Take care and enjoy.